All right, have and have not fans. First off, yeah, this is our first Tuesday without an episode since, well, early January. We made it through one major hiatus. The show comes back, to say the least, not as good as we hoped it would have been, and now it is off until the fall. On a more serious note, I hope everyone's doing well. It just seems like every single, I don't even want to just say every day, it's almost like every hour. You go online and you see more and more things being shut down or areas being restricted, restaurants, no dining. It's more like takeout and the list goes on. But in light of that, just want to keep making content because it's what I do. Took a couple days off because, to be honest, I bombarded the channel with like 10 videos, within a 24-hour span, and notifications didn't go out, so those videos did not get the views I was hoping for. But with Sisters coming on tomorrow night, hopefully my sister videos that I posted before will actually gain more traction. But for the haves and the have-nots, this is just a fun little video here, just doing like a discussion topic. And it has to do with, Veronica, and why does she have a thing for thugs? Given the fact that she's a have now, but we do know for a fact she came from the same kind of upbringings as Hannah, so she hasn't always had money. Keep that in mind, people. So despite the way she talks down to those who don't have as much as her, she definitely goes for the thuggish guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only thug archetype character, I guess is the right way to put it, the only one she never gave any, I guess you could say, play to was Quincy. And I think that's mostly because of the fact that he was coming on to her a bit too strong. Let's be honest, the two times that those two interacted, it was clear that he was trying to force himself on her. And in a twisted sense, I do think she was aroused, but she didn't want to go through it the way that he was presenting it to her. So for this particular video, let's shoot for a goal of 75 likes. If you are new, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. And on top of that, check me out on social media. Links are in the description below. Think about it this way. You got Benny, who's a wannabe thug, and given the fact that both times that Veronica and Benny had any like one-on-one time together was back in season 1 when Veronica had to get Benny out of jail because, remember, he had Candace's sports car to go on a date, but David put drugs in it and then had the detective arrest the driver. Unbeknownst to him, it was Benny instead of Candace. And then Catherine convinced Veronica to get back into practicing law in order to help Benny get out of jail. Fast forward a couple seasons, you have when Benny had rammed his car into Quincy's at the strip club, beat him up for slapping Hannah. And then Benny called Veronica to get him out. And then that's the first time she went down on him and they had sex in David's truck. And this was, the same episode where she decided to set the house on fire. Then after this, you have, RK was just a playmate because Candace was the one that sent him, was like, you need to get laid. So RK, not even a thug, just a kid. If anything else, to Veronica, he was nothing more than a kid. I'm going to be honest here. Warlock swung by. I'm pretty sure Veronica would be down for him. And let's see. Then you have Riddell. Definitely feels like those two have went out before. Then the one main thug, remember the guys that Veronica said to get arrested in order to take care of Justin in jail? The leader of that group was somebody that Veronica gave some to before in the past. And remember, I'm really focusing on the thug gangster like characters, not characters like Judge Gilman or Catherine's father. Keep that in mind. So the question is, why does Veronica seem to, as Derek put it, and remember, had sex with him after she got him out of jail, dance in the gutter despite the fact that she doesn't have any qualms about walking straight over it? I think it just comes up to her upbringing. For all we know, during her younger years, she probably interacted with, boys who were of the thug nature. I'm not saying that she was ever taken advantage of when she was younger, but it just seems to me like she definitely wanted to get out of her have-not lifestyle as a kid. But that doesn't mean that, what is it, like you can take the ghetto out of the girl, but wait, you can take the girl out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the girl. So I feel like that's pretty much Veronica in a nutshell. Sure, I feel like she only went after, I feel like she only got together with David for the sake of, she wanted to reinvent herself. She didn't want to be the stereotypical, black female, multiple babies, lots of kids, multiple baby daddies and whatnot. She wanted to get an upstanding citizen, if you will, someone who would make something of himself as opposed to some thug just, sitting on a street corner every day, that kind of thing. But that doesn't mean that she wasn't attracted to them. But then begs the question about William, and the guy who's allegedly Jeffrey's real father. Where does he come into the picture? I just feel like, she got out of one limo, decided to get into another one because she said she cheated on David William during a time that they were going through a rough patch in their marriage. So I just feel like William was, okay, if things ain't working out with David, I'm going to go to another black man who seems to have himself together without knowing he was gay. So I'm thinking that when it comes down to Veronica's tendencies to get down with the thugs, despite the fact that she doesn't tend to like them or the way they smell, I just feel like it comes from her upbringing. That's pretty much it. I mean, she can only put on the facade of, the black family dynasty for so long. Not to mention, she definitely has a I don't give a damn attitude because she figures her ex-husband and her daughter. Yeah, I hate to say that, but that's how she refers to Jeffrey now, little girl. So I just feel like she's willing to do whatever she wants. And yeah, those are just my thoughts. I feel like her upbringing definitely had an impact in how she is interacting with these thug characters now. I mean, unless there's a male interest that comes into play, like I feel like Laura's husband will try to flirt with Veronica, I could see that happening. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I definitely feel like this is a fun little topic to do. I honestly never thought about it until recently, and I hope everybody's doing okay. I know things have been getting crazy lately in the world. I know a lot of people have had to readjust their lives, to be honest, because you're probably stuck at home when you're used to being out. People on spring break, you're probably not able to move about like you want to, and it's all about change. And speaking of change, if you would like to donate anything to the channel, I have a link to my PayPal in the description below. Not to I don't get paid till next Monday. I'm getting tired of eating oatmeal, cereal, and canned foods. A brother been craving a bacon cheeseburger and some nuggets from Wendy's. Well, yeah, I got to stick it out until the 23rd when I get paid. Heaven forbid anything happens to Google. Then I don't know when I'm going to get paid. But you would think they would be cool enough to pay a little earlier because, people need the money. So if you would like to donate, it is not mandatory. I'm just putting it out there. There's a link to my PayPal. I did list a lot of stuff on eBay last night, but, that doesn't end auction until Saturday. So that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, not asking for much. I know these are tough times. So if you have a few dollars to send my way, feel free to do so. If not, you watching this video is help enough because it adds to the ad revenue and adds to the money I'll make next month, because guess what? I still got bills to pay. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you come across any other video ideas, feel free to let me know. Hit me up in the comment section or check me out on Instagram. As always, links in the description, and I hope everyone has a great week.